Just kidding. Can you hear me now? Can't hear anything. Nice, QP. Okay, better? I hope. I don't know why I'm doing that. Yes, yeah, okay. Okay. So anyway, what I was saying was I don't know if I want to switch from 1 a.m. to this time, if it's available all through the week or not. I just, I want to keep everybody that's coming in. Yay, working. Okay, cool. Corey, I was just saying, I don't know if I'm just testing this out. I have just a couple of real quick things because I know Ashley's coming on next. Do what works best for you. Yeah, I mean, I think the 10 o'clock time slot is open all week, but I don't want to try to maybe switch if the people that's coming in later can't or wouldn't come in. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what works good for me. QP take to 10 o'clock. No, I can't, but it's okay. I'll be fine. Yeah, sorry you're still going through things, Scotty. Yeah, QP, I'm really thinking about it. We'll see. The title of this thing is just to get on real quick. Like I say, I know Pat's on right now and Ashley's coming on next, so I just kind of want to do a little test and see how many people might pick up different if I do 10 or tried to switch to 10 or something. But good, Scotty. So anyway, yeah, the title of this was Topsy the Elephant. Does anybody know who Topsy the Elephant was? Nobody knows Topsy the Elephant? I'm not asking you. I'm having real trouble with this Bumble. Not me, Scotty Balo, Corey J. No. Corey J. LOL. Settle down. Does anybody know who Thomas Edison was? Sounds familiar, but Corey J. Yes. Scott Bellows, sure. What if I told you that Thomas Edison killed Topsy the Elephant? Has anybody ever heard that? You ain't heard that. Get out of here. No. I wouldn't doubt it. Okay. Thomas Edison did kill Topsy the Elephant. And he actually electrocuted the elephant. Back in 1903 is when this took place. And he did it to try to also disprove the science of another man named Nikola Tesla. Does anybody know who Nikola Tesla is? Good grief. Well, Nikola Tesla invented um, alternating. Well, not he didn't invent alternating current. He brought alternating current to light. Pardon the pun. And Thomas Edison did not agree with his teachings on alternating current, wanted direct current, and so there was a constant power struggle. Again, pardon the pun. Why did he have to do it to an elephant? Good point. And I will tell you, Scotty Balo, wireless power. That's where Nikola Tesla was heading with things and was going to get there with everything. Do you all have as much trouble with a bumble as I do? I mean, they just can really get on your nerves sometimes. Okay. Anyway, Topsy the elephant had killed several people in the circus. The trainer of Topsy the elephant allowed the elephant to harass people all the time. The guy was a Looney Tune that trained it. So, because the elephant had killed people, the elephant was going to be put to death. So the elephant was a guinea pig. Yeah, QP, you're right. That's where this is going. Because the elephant was sentenced to die for killing people, and Thomas Edison wanted to disprove and show the dangers of AC current, they did a public execution by electrocution of this elephant and killed it. Now you start to look back and what history has to say about Thomas Edison, and they deny it. They say that there was dealings through his companies or through the Edison company, but that he was not actually a part of it. My bumble stays in the kitchen or bedroom. Scotty, don't talk too loud. He'll hear you and he'll come right back out of here. So the elephant was again. Okay, I'll read that. So what happened was after Thomas Edison killed this elephant and they electrocuted this elephant to further try to disprove Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison electrocuted other animals. He got the approval of authorities and he electrocuted dogs and cats and other animals to show just how dangerous AC current is. So that's something with Thomas Edison that is very few people know that it took place, and now it is changed. QP monster dickhead. Yes, exactly. Thomas Edison was a jerk. He basically tried, and he's the one that gets all the credit. Although if you read upon Nikola Tesla, you'll find out that he was far more interesting of a man. The direction Tesla was going with electricity would have and could have really changed the world. I think had he had more time, that he would have surpassed where we are now. That's just my personal opinion. Yeah, I didn't know that. He should be castrated. Yes, horrible. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know about Tesla until recently, Scotty Bale. Yeah, and Scotty, something about Tesla. Um, Look at everybody in our group. We all have aches and pains and problems and health issues and talents and artistic ability and musical ability. We just have a mixed bag of things that we deal with. Well, that's the way it is with people that I think are meant to change the world. And Nikola Tesla was the same way. He was introverted. He didn't really have a lot of self-confidence. He had bad gambling problems. He drank too much. Uh, he flunked out of classes several times, uh, quit several times, tried to go back home to his parents on a couple of occasions. Yeah, Corey, exactly. Um, and the important thing about all of that is when you know the backstories of a lot of these people, if they don't change it on us, those backstories are just as important as what the people did because they're inspiring stories. They're really inspiring. Um, I finally, for example, some of us that have put up videos on here of playing guitar or playing guitar and singing, like Scotty did that, and then others have sang on YouTube uh, in the group and everything. And then Rationally puts the video the other day of herself singing a song, and and mentions that it was because of the encouragement and the support and being inspired. So when you see others and you feel comfortable around them, you know their backstory and know what they're going through and what they're trying to inspire us to do and inspire each other to do. It gives you the courage to do it. And had Tesla had more inspiration and had more support than he did, no telling what the man would have done, because he is definitely just has a life like what we do. Um, yeah, Scotty, check it out because on her thing, I mean, she's right off the bat. She's like, thanking me, you, Ashley, and the others, for her wanting to do that. So yeah, check it out. I finally just now, and I'd already been subscribed to her page. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. I just finally now was able to get over there to it and find it. But I loved her other songs. Yeah. Um, yeah, exactly. I mean, the encouragement too is a big factor that people are getting from all of this. And I gotta do it later. Okay. Um, yeah, QP. She does. No, I don't get no notifications either. None at all. Um, but if you get a chance, check out Topsy the Elephant and see what you find out. See if if you look it up, see how you read it, see how it's found. That's really, really cool, Corey. Uh, it's amazing what uh, it's amazing what dreams do and how the reoccurring dreams, especially, how they affect us. You click the bell. Yeah, yeah, I did, and I still don't get other people's notifications, and I've clicked the bell there too. So I don't know, but try to research some things about Tesla, and you're going to find out that he was a man full of problems left and right, like all of us, and yet as brilliant as he was, a man that electrocuted animals to try to discredit him is the one that everybody holds up as being one of the top inventors ever. It's crazy how this world has changed things. We'll find each other when it's time. That is wild. That is wild, Corey. I've had a reoccurring dream on occasions, but it doesn't have anything to do with people. I mean, I've had dreams about people and this group and memories even and and things. That's one of the reasons why I deleted the video last night. I accidentally said a couple things in the video last night that too early to say. So I deleted it. Just wasn't the right time, and I couldn't go in and edit it the right way to try to get that part out. So I just deleted the whole thing. Um, so relevant right now. Couldn't see the old man properly. He was kind of in the shadow and transparent. Yeah, you might want to grab a book on dream interpretation because uh, people in the shadows or people in just out of sight in a dream talk. There's a lot of interpretation to those type of dreams. How do you remember? Can I do anything to go down the right path of remembering? Yeah, Scotty, the biggest thing right off the bat is any thought that comes into your head, don't pitch it out. Don't throw it. And the more you focus on people and places and some of these changes that we're noticing, dwell on them, and little by little, there'll be pieces that'll pop up, things you'll remember, and start trusting those things. And one of the biggest changes you'll notice is when someone asks you a question about anything, you'll find that you're just about ready at right then and there to give an answer. And you have to trust yourself to give that answer and not think that you're wrong. And you'll be drawing on past memories to give the answer. And it's kind of a snowball effect. Once you remember one thing, it'll lead to the next and to the next. And you open your eyes to that and trust yourself. That's the biggest thing. Trust yourself with it and dwell on it. And it will just snowball from there. It does for me. I try to follow thoughts whenever they come. I remember an old man in my dreams too. And Corey, I just caught the tail end of that. I don't know if you're talking about last night's video or not. Um, my dream was when it was over and I was going home to my hubby, it seems. You mean don't tell anyone your memories? Certain memories, Corey. Certain things. If you noticed the other night in the live stream, I asked the question to MA and he somewhat answered and then said it would be better off for us just to talk in person. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. There are some things that it's better that way for a number of reasons. And then also you got to be careful about who you can't and should never share memories with the unaffected. I dream. Oh, you say when you day don't pitch it out, or say don't pitch it out. Not to the unaffected, no. And to those that say they are affected, there's certain levels of people that are how awake somebody is. So you kind of have to have a feel for how far you can take somebody down the rabbit hole with you. It's usually song lyrics we'll play over and over. Yeah, that's true too. I've never had anyone in this world, nobody I don't want. That's cool. That's real cool. Love is great when you find someone who's great, but it's painful too now. Yeah. Who was it in the chats that always used to give out awards that they would say, like right now, they would say QP gets the Sweetness Award for what she said, or so and so gets an achievement award in this or whatever. Who's in the chat that does that? Does anybody remember who does that? I think it's in Scott Harrison chat. Somebody does that. I'll take your word for it. I know what you mean, Glenn. There's a lot of things I don't mention. Yeah. Dominic. Okay. I thought it was Dominic. I haven't seen him do that in a while, so I didn't know. I forgot. I forgot who it was. I it's odd that I remembered what chat line I saw it in and didn't remember who did it. I'm not Corey. Okay, Scotty's replying back to your comment. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can't mention because you don't want labeled, and then you don't want to reveal too much. And if there is some type of monitoring opposition to all of this, You really don't want certain things picked up on. I'm positive that the opposition to the Mandela effect doesn't care about us talking about logo changes at all. But once we start talking about deeper and serious things, that's when it's going to get a little bit hectic for us. Yeah, it is. It's something that'll get you too noticed. Um, you'll get a target on you. Yeah, I don't. I agree, Corey. There are a lot of things that I'm even backing off from emailing to people now. I just don't want certain things caught up forever in the web. Scotty, I think there will come a time though that we can say anything because I think that I personally think the abilities that we all have within us will enable us to not have any fear of anybody or anything, and it'll be the opposite. The fear will be uh, of us. That's just my opinion too. I can't help but think that all of this has been triggered and caused. Well, not going to go there either. We got to work on language lessons. Yeah, Scotty. One thing they may said the other night about eliminating partial words from conversation. You know, um, there are programs already with our cell phones and then with our computers that have word tracers on them, and they alert different organizations. Like, for instance, someone monitoring for terrorism. If you start mentioning the president's name or you start mentioning terrorist organizations or weapons, it will automatically start picking up and recording and monitoring what you're doing. You'll be watched then. Um, and that's exactly how AI intends to do all of this. Yeah, Corey, that's exactly right too. Yep, Scotty, yep, that's right. The one watching us, yes. Yeah, it does. It, I don't know if it's because I'm still in that coma jet lag state of waking up or waking up to all of this or not. But every time I do a live stream, I feel nauseous and sick, and my head spins right after I get done with it. Uh, I don't know if frequency. I better be careful here too. There are weapons that are made with certain frequencies, certain sound frequencies, certain tones that cannot be heard by people. And I don't know. Well, yeah, I do. I do. I take that back. Through the internet, through our laptops, if governments can access our cameras, our microphones, our videos, then they can certainly send out a frequency through our speakers and our laptops. And certain frequencies and certain tones affect the health of an individual's body. They are sound weapons in essence. And um, I'll stop with that part. I'll stop it there. I think Tesla was uh, headed in that direction, so to speak. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, exactly. Not every time, 90% of the time. Yeah. It's not, yeah, it's not every single time, but it's the most of the time it happens. And sometimes I've noticed with different streams from people, if they're really hammering on something that is a huge effect, or sharing something, I'll even get sick listening to them. Um, that didn't quite come out right. I mean, listening to what they're having to say, I'll end up being sick during that because of what I'm saying. Not that I'm sick of them, depending on what's said. Exactly, is that exactly what it is? And they've admitted, yep, and they've admitted it too. Yeah, yeah. And if we already have health problems, it just makes it that much worse. It's like you can target certain parts of the body with frequencies. That's how you can do ultrasound and break kidney stones. That's how you can. Well, I don't want to delete this video, or I get a migraine. Yeah, yeah, migraine. Have you heard me say sometimes on? I've been on my stream. Sometimes I'll say to you guys, "Man, my eyes just went blurry," and I'll be up here and trying to read the chat, and so it don't help. And you know, even for my artwork, I use reading glasses sometimes to try to get real detailed, or like I don't think it'll reach over here. Nope, it's being uncooperative. But I've got a magnifying light here that I'll use for artwork and stuff, and have to grab a cheap pair of those or something but to see. And then sometimes during these chats, my eyes will they're gone. And then dizzy and yeah, QP dizzy and migraines. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Did I give you a migraine last night, QP? Actually, my head started spinning before I was even done with the video last night. My head was spinning. It was crazy. You know, all the turmoil that kind of happened lately, and I'm not going to get into that. We wonder about who's watching this. I think we already know the answer to that. They're already in our streams. They're already in our videos. They're already making counter videos, and it's not hard to figure that out. Hard to think as well. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I think from the outside, the chemtrails, the genetically modified foods, the chemicals in our water system, all of that stuff is meant. It's meant to suppress the growth of human beings in every way, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. It's all meant as an attack. And and again, I'll go back to Tesla. If you read some of the writings of his and the death ray, go look up and read about the death ray. I won't explain too much about that one, but go read about it. There were a lot of things that are going on signal wise in this world that can disrupt and affect health. It can change weather patterns. You know where I'm going with that. Um, so be sure to just do some research on that because uh, honestly, Scotty was talking about what can I do to improve my memory and to remember things more. A lot of this stuff, once it starts getting into your head, I don't know why I did the crazy thing, but once it starts getting into your head, these frequencies, these tones, these sounds, the chemicals in the air, the chemicals in the food, it clouds the judgment of the mind. And if you've got a migraine, and like Corey said, you can't hardly think, there's no point in trying to meditate or recall memories. And it probably makes it a lot harder to see these effects around us as well because you're too busy in a fog trying to shake it off, trying to feel normal. Just checking the chat here. When you can't catch up in your own mind to what's going on around you because of the things outside of you influencing how you feel, you're not going to grow. You're not going to learn. definitely. And, when I was in school, I had some health issues in school, and a lot of it, nerves and things like that, because it was, especially my senior year, I didn't want to leave, and it made it really, really hard to concentrate on the classes, because all I was thinking about was the external things. And it's the same way now in life, as adults, especially as affected, waking up. When you get these chemicals and these signals and these things going on all around us, think of how many cell phone waves are in the air, wireless routers that are with the internet from bombarding you from all directions. Think about the cell towers that are around us. Bees are already thrown off by, and so are birds and bats from the all the different waves that are around us. And all that stuff is going to do is uh, eventually cause more mental instability with people. I wonder sometimes if the voices, certain, you see somebody out and they're labeled crazy because they hear voices. Maybe they do. Maybe their hearing is adapted to the point to where they pick up these frequencies around them, and they're hearing radio stations, or they're hearing cell phone conversations. And one thing about sound waves, a sound wave never dies. It never ends. A sound wave, like the words coming out of my mouth right now, will never dissipate out into space. Sound waves are eternal waves. They stay constantly moving. So every word ever spoken by any person ever born on this planet is still circling this globe. And if there was a way to extract that sound wave out of the air, you could hear the literal words of any famous person, from Jesus Christ to JFK to Adolf Hitler to anybody, and not just hear the words, but hear it in their own voice, because sound waves do not die. Oh, hey, Scott Harrison. I didn't know you was in here. I'm just doing a quick video on this time slot, just to see how it feels in this time slot. I know Ashley's on next, so I'm going to make sure. Is she on now? If she's on now, I'm going to get out of here. Um, yeah, cancer increased when TV and radio waves were introduced. Now all the waves we have modern technology is just bombarding us. It is. And I was telling everybody earlier, Scotty, I think all that is makes it harder for us to access our memories and what we already know from old world things. It's hard to pull out and see these effects and things if your mind is clouded too much. Okay, so 20 more minutes. Okay, thanks, Scotty. I appreciate that. Um, Scott, you probably know from your spirit box, and the voices that are pulled up on that. Um, you're pulling up you're pulling up the actual words that the people that are in that graveyard or in that area have said, because it's probably still connected in some manner to what's in the ground around you. I think that's what stops our sleeping. Yeah, I agree with that. They read their own names back. Yeah, I saw that on one of your videos. Um, I even saw where one of them said, "Stop doing these things, or stop asking these things." Uh, Made me wonder if they're not tormented a little bit about uh, not being able to be focused in any one place. Well, that is really, really cool, Scotty. Um, their voices don't change so much. They could be saying yes, 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 all in pretty much the same tone. Yeah. Um, Scott Harrison, if you're still here, if you haven't gone yet, I promised the other night to show a security cam footage of, and I'm chasing a rabbit here, or chasing a ghost. Promised to show security cam footage of a ghost a friend of mine had me try to break down and figure out what it was. That one said don't do these things with just a little startled, I think. Some are nasty though. Yeah, I heard the one that I heard the one that said you're fucked or something like that. Told you to run. Yeah, I saw that one. That was just crazy, crazy. I'm gonna pull up this video and show you guys this video that, of an orb that morphed into uh, it literally morphed into a some type of being. Okay, I got it right here. All right, now, okay, make sure you guys on it. LOL, yeah, I asked what Halloween was, and he said, you're like, yeah, that's the one I was talking about, this guy. Two spirits that are always around him. Yeah. Bertram Vassar, or sorry, I think is one that's in your graveyard there. Um, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna turn my camera here because for whatever reason I can't get it to pull up and show you this video. Okay. Bertram, yeah, good friend now. Yeah. Scott Harrison, I thought about making a fake YouTube account under that name and signing in your live chat one night and saying hello just to see what you would say. But I'm not going to do that. That would have freaked me out. Yeah, if you ever sign in one night as Bigfoot, then I'll really be freaked out. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys this video. It's real short, and then I'll do it real slow. Yeah, I should have, Corey. I shouldn't have told him. I should have done it. I should have said, "Hey, I'm Bertram. You want to have a Guinness?" Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera, and then double check and see. Wow, that was stupid. Okay, can you uh, can you all see this? Because I have no way if you can. I'm gonna come back and look and see what you're saying in the chat. Could you see that image? Let me get my popcorn. Yeah, okay, Cupid says you can. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to it and I'm gonna play it through as it showed up on the camera, and then I'm going to do it real slow so you can see the same. Okay, here we go. Watch the sword come in from the left across, go into this wall, and go in here. Okay, I'm gonna play it one more time. Okay, now I'm going to do it slowly, little by little. Right there. That's the way it materialized just before it went into the wall, if you guys can see that. When I watch it slowly, it's gone, but back it up just a little bit. Right there it is in the wall, coming back out of the wall, back to the middle. Now I'm going to play the whole thing again. Okay, now I can see the comments. Whoa, whoa. You see it, Scott Harrison? Yeah, Scott Harrison saw it. It's all twirly. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Oh, that is amazing. It looks like the Ghostbusters logo goes. Yeah, it kind of did. Kind of, I didn't think about that. Did you show this clip before? I showed it. I started showing it the other night a little bit, Corey. Um, yeah, I showed the still picture of it, and Scotty Balo said it looked like it had an ice cream cone on its head or a unicorn horn or something. Yeah, that's the one I showed the other night, and I ran that through several filters, and I could not. It's got substance to it, and when it's materialized in the middle, it's got substance to it. It blocks out the cord, electrical cord that's plugged into the wall, and I couldn't debunk it as being anything at all other than what it appears to be. And it makes me wonder when we were talking about the different waves in the air around us and the electromagnetic stuff that eventually was what brought about AC current and DC current and Tesla and Edison and all that war back and forth. It makes me wonder what kind of readings electrically um, you can pick up. And I don't do ghost stuff, ghost hunting or anything. It makes me wonder what kind of signals you can pick up from the presence of something that you visually see. I would love to see what a meter would pick up when an orb flies around somebody. Has anyone ever tried to uh, use some sort of like any kind of a meter that would register how much electricity or how much current's flowing in a socket or in a wall plug or an outlet? Has anyone ever tried to use those around graveyards or tombstones when they get responses back from uh, these parabolic mics or spirit boxes? Has anybody ever had anything like that they've used? I don't know, Scotty, if you're they do create EMF interferences, but I'm not sure what equipment would be best to measure it. I'm not sure. Uh, I would be curious to know, like, if they call out their names and their names on the tombstone, I'd be curious to know if right directly over top of the grave itself, if you can pick up any kind of a electromagnetic pulse or frequency off of that. There's got to be a way that you would think that the spirits would be resting in those areas, which to me that's all part of the Mandela effect, because it's kind of like uh, time shifting or time loop jumping or shifting. That's what it reminds me of. I got to go. See you on Ashley's a bit late. See you on Ashley's a bit late. Thanks, Glenn. Bye, guys. All right. Good night, Corey. I'm going to be wrapping this up, I guess. You can use EMF meters, but they go off at odd times too, so I don't think it's a very accurate way to measure them. You might just be better off um, asking the questions you ask, I guess, really and truly, if you've made any kind of connection, Scott, and getting on film where they move your light or things like that happen, or like on the security camera, rather than actually trying to get an actual reading. It might be quicker that way to get evidence, but I don't know. Like I say, I'm the wildlife and slightly cryptozoology type creatures, so cryptozoological creatures. Hey, Ashley. Oh, earlier I was saying that I did finally find your video upload from the other day, and that was great. That was awesome. I really liked it. Yeah, I will have to say one thing. No matter whether I'm on right now or on at 1 o'clock, everybody comes in my streams has got spanners or wrenches. There's nobody to block. The Mad World cover, it was great. The Mad World cover. Okay, yeah, it was Scott. That was nice. I really liked it. All spannered up and no place to go. I think I had one troll one night, and that was it. They made one comment, and somebody got them, and I don't know who got them, but that was it. They were gone. I don't know why people. I get trolls all the time on my Sasquatch stuff, but I don't know why people want to come in and troll anything. It doesn't make any sense. Gotta watch those trolls. Nice job, Ashley. Timed out by Ashley for 300 seconds. Got him. That's good. Hey, Ashley, make sure you send that particular one off with a pint of Guinness too. Should have blocked. She'll have to unblock him now, Scott, just in case. Wouldn't it be funny if one night when if MA is talking about everybody just unsubscribed, that if everybody leaves the chat all at one time just as a joke, that would be funny. When I first came on, I was having mic trouble and I had to reset everything and come back on. And when I did, for those of you that weren't in here then, when I got back on, I was just moving my mouth saying, and trying to throw everybody off. And then I started talking. And when I started talking, then QB goes, "No, I can't hear you." Yeah, that would be hilarious. Should have blocked him. Oh yeah, I read that one already. Yeah, yeah, that would be hilarious. Bad. Yeah, I get mischievous a lot. I have to watch that. But I'm gonna try to stay focused on some of the stuff with Tesla. Scott Harrison earlier. Uh, I was asking everybody if they knew about Thomas Edison electrocuting an elephant. Have you ever heard that? No. Ashley says, no, not an elephant, just dogs. Yeah, dogs, cats. In 1903, Topsy the elephant, circus elephant, had killed several people and was just becoming uncontrollable. And so the circus sentenced the elephant to death, and they were going to do an execution of an elephant. And Thomas Edison was part of the electrocution of Topsy the elephant. And now you go back and reread it, and it says the Edison company was part of that, and so it has no mention anymore other than the dogs and cats that Thomas Edison did to try to disprove Tesla. Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't have just taken that, put it in the zoo. It's behind, it's in a cage. If it's, if you can't do anything else, same thing with the gorillas, Scott, that the kids have fallen into their cages recently, and the gorillas have gotten a hold of them, and then they've had to go in and shoot the gorilla and kill it because it did that. And their excuse is they can't release them back into the wild. Natural instincts are there in any living thing. It will adapt. It will learn. It's not like it's going to go out into the wild and say, "Well, what are these other things with trunks?" Animals adapt. A dog can lose a leg and the next day want to run and play. A human being can lose a leg and get depressed and not want to live anymore. So animals adapt to things around them and circumstances. They could have released them, but Thomas Edison was a sick individual. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and now one of the big things we're talking about, Scott, instead of putting it to sleep like that, one of the things that's big here is people are saying, well, let's go find a Sasquatch and kill it to prove it exists. That's To me, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. We've already got DNA evidence and tracks that prove the dermal ridges found in the tracks, just like a fingerprint. That we've got the proof. There's no point in killing it. This world is just bent on destruction, no matter how you look at it. It's just, it's not the way I remember things being. This is a violent world and getting more violent every day. No, you don't. You don't. And there is enough evidence already that would forego killing anything like that. Yes, exactly. I made a prediction. Oh, high meditation, man. I made a prediction the other night in the video that I deleted because I think I said some things I probably should not have revealed at the moment, so I deleted it. But I made a prediction in the video the other night. More or less, I'm just saying this is going to happen, not a prediction. That the Tasmanian devil is going to be soon found within the next year here in the United States. They are here, and jaguars are not the car, but the actual animal jaguars are going to be realized to be alive and thriving in the western part of the United States. So that's two things can keep your eyes open for, if not uh, here, also in Australia as well. Oh, really? I hadn't heard that. In Britain, are they the spotted ones, or are they solid black, or find them wandering the moors? Black ones, yeah. Yeah, we have black panthers here in Kentucky that are about the size of a mountain lion. Not many of them. One was hit by a car about 30 miles from where I live. Links to. I didn't remember those being there. I know you have. Is it red deer in the UK? Found on Dartmoor. Hmm. It's amazing where animals are going and showing up, and where and the changes in them too. We have here that's not allowed to eat them though. Yeah, they put a warning out on the deer. Here's Scott Harrison, that they have there's a disease they get, that they have a brain hemorrhage. Don't know what that was. They have a brain hemorrhage, and when that happens, they want to wander in circles, and it's very, very dangerous to eat the meat if you find a deer like that. I don't think it was. Um, I don't see anything. I don't see anything on my phone. No, I don't know what it was. I don't know that I'm even eligible for something like that. Actually, I'm not. I don't even see. I don't see anything like that. I had to get rid of XSplit Broadcaster because uh, it wouldn't cooperate. So I had to get rid of it and let it go, and just try to. I was telling somebody I bought this little camera for $5 on clearance at Radio Shack. I get phantom notifications dings on my phone. It's funny how you get those, but you can't get a notification from YouTube. And I still don't get notifications from everybody that's on the chat, and I don't know why in the world that happens. I have no idea. It just my co-host keeps wanting to get in the way. You have to reduce the settings sometimes. Okay. It wouldn't allow me to do like a test video, so I don't know. That's my co-host Bumble. He's the abominable snowman from the Rudolph cartoon. He likes to get in the camera a lot. He's a camera ham. So I have found Sasquatch. Yeah, they are. They're real scary teeth. Uh, the star he's holding was supposed to go on top of the Christmas tree in the cartoon, and I don't think it's in the right hand anymore. Somebody pointed that out on the video a while back, because he's always in my shots. He's just a camera hog. Yeah, Scott Harrison in the cartoon of Rudolph, the little dentist elf pulls all of his teeth, and he's he just mumbles. Then he's a mumble wumble. A lot of the children's cartoons from Christmas are different now too. I haven't got any notification that Ashley's on. Has anybody got a notification that she's on right now? I haven't actually, according to my notifications, nobody's on. It didn't even notify me that I'm on here. Rain on the Plains. Hi, how you doing? I was just asking the question. Does anybody know if anybody's? I've been on there a little while now, so I don't want to go over in somebody's time, because really isn't my time. I was just testing this one out. This time out. Go to bed, guys. It's 4 a.m. Wow. Yeah, that is late. All right. Night, Scott. Appreciate you stopping in. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Go get you a pint of Guinness and get a good night's sleep, or a good morning sleep. Or However much. Okay, Rain. I'm not going to be on here a whole lot much longer. Well, that made sense. I'm not going to be on here much longer. Um, Last guy. Uh, I'll just recap. Not very long either. Just for you guys that came in late, go look up the story about whether or not Thomas Edison electrocuted an elephant named Topsy the Elephant. And you'll find some interesting things that took place in 1903 and the years around there. And compare the fight between Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, and you'll see that there are things changing in what actually took place and what is being said now. So I won't give it away, but do some research and then come back and tell me if you remember anything about it, or if not, you know, uh, it'll be news to you, and you'll be surprised at what you're reading. That's for sure. Um, the other thing too, Rational, I don't know if she's still on here, but she uploaded a really good video uh, of herself doing a little cover. Really good video, so check her out. And I might, and like I say, I might be switching my time from 1 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Yeah, Rain, you'll be fascinated with that, and do a lot of study on Tesla too, because I was saying earlier in the stream that Tesla was like us. He had a lot of problems. He was a gambler, a drinker. He dropped out of school several points. Um, he wanted to go back home. He quit jobs, couldn't hold jobs. He had a lot of problems, and but yet he was, in my opinion, far more brilliant than Thomas Edison, and a lot of stuff he did is going to be significant to a lot of things we know and remember and are going to see. Yeah, elephants have been uh, they have been mistreated forever. Yeah, exactly right. Uh, Tesla may have had help with a lot of his stuff, and I want to talk about Tesla more and more, but uh, in other streams. But he may have had help from some people believe he had outside help from extraterrestrials. He may have had help from old world things. So some of the stuff that some of the stuff he talked about and diagrammed and was trying to put into place. It's going to be very interesting to see how those things pan out eventually. When, well, I won't give it all away, but I want to talk about him more and more in the next few days. I think so. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Well, I think that is about everything that I was going to try to cover tonight. This was just a test run into this time period right now, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, which it's 11:10. So I haven't run over so bad. I just wanted to check and see how it works, and uh, as opposed to 1 a.m. So that way, if more people can get in, and also keep the same people that come in at 1, and just make it better all the way around for everybody. So it looks like it may be the better time frame to switch to. Uh, I may try it again this week as well before I actually try to make it official with Corey, Ashley, or in Oxa about the changes. So other than that, show the ghost to meditation and rain first, Glenn. Okay. Yeah. Let me try to bring him right back up here. Uh, Rain, hang on, and Meditation Man, hang on, and I'll show you this ghost video. One, whoops, this was caught on a security camera. Yeah, I still got it pulled up. This was caught on a security camera by a friend of mine, who asked me to try to debunk it because he didn't know what in the world it was that he filmed. So I'm going to do like I did last time. I'm going to pull the camera up and focus on this. And then I'm going to pull back out. And you guys tell me if it's sitting in the right position to see the screen. And then I will play it. Okay. So right now you're seeing this, but the regular screen. But is this sitting right? QP, I think you said yes. Is that right? Or was that right? Should be using my phone for the chat and keeping it there. Okay, I think it is set right. Okay, I'm going to switch it back. Now I'm going to play this. It's only about a 6-second clip because it was on a motion sensor. I'm going to play it through twice at its regular speed so you can see this. Okay, if you saw it, it came from over here and across and then morphed into the wall. Play it one more time. Okay, now what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to actually do it real slow. Okay, here comes the light from the left. There it is, right in the middle. I showed this the other night, still a shot of it. Back them up a little bit. There it is, starting to come into the hallway. Now you're going to see it start to go into the wall. Right there is the last image you see of it. And then, boom. Now I'm going to play the whole thing again. Okay, yeah, it come out okay. So everybody got to see that. Just me calling. Hi, Glenn. Hey, you're coming in just as I'm going out. That's spooky. Well, yeah. Colleen, I'll tell you the same thing I just told the others real quick. Our Dark Wolf just come in too. Hey guys, still on vacation, but wanted to pop in and say hi to everyone. Yeah. Does anybody? I don't want to run over into Ashley's time. I think she's supposed to be on now. I haven't gotten no notification or any notification if she's in. No, it didn't come out in the other room either. It went into the wall and just that was it. It was gone. No problem. Just glad to see you, even for a minute. Colleen, what I told the others was look up and see what you know or remember or can find about Thomas Edison electrocuting an elephant named Topsy the Elephant in 1903. He was in constant arguments with Nikola Tesla about AC current, and he electrocuted an elephant. And now, well, just check it out. It's interesting, and see what you remember. See what you, or if if you do remember. Yes, it is very, very horrible. But there's a whole lot more that took place with all of that. Yeah, Dark Wolf. Now, what you're going to find is that what I'm telling you, you're going to see, just like with a lot of things in history, you're going to see where I think that the powers that be are recognizing some of us remember things. So now they're calling things rumors and myths and hearsay and gossip and discrediting things that way now. I think that's going to be the change, one of the changes that's coming. And good night, meditation. Jamie, hi everyone. This must be a really active time at night for everybody. So I'll ask: is anybody getting any notifications? Anybody else is on? because I don't want to run into anybody's time. I'm over by a good 10, 12 minutes right now. Just woke up. I never got notifications. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't. I get MA and Scott's notifications after they've already started streaming. For at least 5 minutes, they've been streaming, and then I'll finally get the notification. And I don't know if it's the time difference or if it's the fact that they're an ocean away. I don't know. Uh, Jamie, one of the biggest things I'm going to start talking about later this week is the changes in what's going on with things from Nikola Tesla and his research, his experiments, his contributions. And I mentioned tonight, since Thomas Edison was constantly at war trying to disprove Tesla, if anyone knew and remembered Thomas Edison electrocuting Topsy the elephant in 1903, and how that's, well, it may be different, it may not, depends on how you remember it. So if you've never heard anything about that, like, check it out. And go ahead and do some brush up on Nikola Tesla, because that's some stuff I want to start talking about. Because I do think that has a lot to do with a lot of things with effects. So, okay, well, I'm going to. I guess I'm going to go ahead and just and sign off. This is not. This whole video has only been an hour. Looks like 10 minutes or so. But I will probably experiment with this time one more time before deciding to switch from 1 a.m. to 10 o'clock. I'll make that decision probably after tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll either go on at 10 tomorrow or 1 a.m. And then the next night I'll go on whichever one I didn't do, and then I'll make a decision and try to set it up either to switch times or keep my time. It just depends. I want to make it the most for as many people as can to be able to get in here and talk and chat. And very interesting. Thanks, Glenn. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to try to keep it as interesting as I can, but also the chat is, and all of the stream is for everybody to participate and talk and chat mainly. I'm going to share things and kick it off, but then after that, it's just run with the chat and talk about either what I've shared or what you all want to share or ask. And like I said, I'll be happy to share anything from my background of what my field of interest are with anybody. So we'll do that. So, okay, with that, I'll say good night and let you guys know again, as I always do, that you guys are thought of every day. You guys are loved every day, and constantly trying to send good vibes and meditate and think on things you guys go through. And you guys are, to me, you're more important than I am, and not only friends but family. That's the way I feel about it, honestly. So, my little camera hog Bumble's going to have to say goodnight too. He's such a camera hog co-host, so I can't sign off without putting him in here in the picture. If not, he'll get mad. So I got to leave him there. But I will see you guys at one or the other, and we'll get right back to talking about some of this stuff dealing with electricity, natural current, how it may or may not affect us as affected people, and the effects. So see ya, Cupid, Colleen, Jamie, Rain. Good night. I think Meditation Man's already